Crypto Kids, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can sign up to Pionex and start using trading bots. Guys, if you've not been following the videos over the past 2 months, we've been using Pionex to make sure that only coins that we think are going to be going to the downside, but we're bullish overall in the macro, to deploy trading bots and buy the dip. And then when these coins reverse to the upside during quantitative easing, during altcoin season, what it will do is, after buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, all done automatically, it will sell, 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 sell. Essentially, it DCAs in for you cheaper and sells at a DCA out price. And we don't know exactly what price coins will exactly top out at in uncharted territory. So it allows you to just take profits, 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 regardless of if that coin is to go to a specific price level. Like taking profits in derivatives positions, you tend to put one sort of take profit, and if it doesn't reach it, then it can miss. But trading bots are cool because it takes profits all the way, staircasing it to the upside, and you have a better chance of, well, making money overall. So I want to show you how you can use this pretty cool feature, and it's going to be on Pionex. They're the ones that pioneered this product. They became very famous because they were doing such a good job with these trading bots. I've used many exchanges. I've used almost every single exchange, I could say, at least from the top ones, throughout my 6-year journey in crypto. And the trading bot feature is common. They have trading bots in most big exchanges, but not as cool as Pionex. It has some very nice, intricate details, and I will share some of them with you on today's tutorial video. But with that said, let's get into how you can actually sign up and start trading. If you go to the first link down in the description of today's video, our partners, Pionex, they have a fantastic bonus for all the crypto kids. So everybody that watches this channel, watches this video, has a very nice opportunity, because most of the time, I mean all the time, you sign up to an exchange from their websites and you don't really get anything. But because you're on this video, Pionex have given us a special deal. If you click the second link in the description down below, or go to cryptokid.io/Pionex bonus, or simply press the first link, because that will be the first link under today's video, you're going to be forwarded to the following campaign page: Pionex X Crypto Kid. This is a $1,000 bonus. All right, it can be an up to $1,000 bonus. All you have to do is, when you do sign up, obviously you deposit money to an exchange when you sign up, right? So it's something natural that you do. But when you deposit money, if you were to deposit $100, you're going to get a $100 futures grid bonus. So when we do get around to these trading bots, actually, you can use the money that Pionex gives you and not risk your own capital, because they're giving away this grid bonus to everybody that does deposit money, and it will be a 3-day calculation. So however much you deposit in the first 3 days of your account, that tier will be what you're eligible for. So $100 will give you a $100 bonus where you can go ahead and open trading bots, and all the profits you make from that bots, you can keep and you can withdraw. $500 will be 300 USDT, $1,000 will be 500, $5,000 deposit will be $800 bonus, and then finally 10K will be 1,000. And what's cool is you can get even more bonuses. So users that open their first futures grid bots order of $100 or more, excluding margin, and keep it running for at least 7 days, will earn an extra 100 USDT of futures grid bonus. The thing is, with these bots, it's always a long-term strategy. Like if I was to go to Solana, and if I was to say, okay, I think Solana could in the short term correct to potentially the $110 mark, I'm going to make the bot go and buy the dip all the way to $100, and then sell, sell, sell all the way to my target, my personal target of $500. That's not going to happen overnight. That's going to take time, potentially months. And that's what you do with trading bots. So that's, again, another bonus that you'll easily be able to claim. And if you complete KYC2, then you can also get a 50 USDT futures grid bonus. So make sure to go to the second link to sign up, pin this campaign page, click join now, and then create your account. So I'm going to let you guys create your account. So you can pause this video. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great, amazing. So what I'll do is I'll log into my account, because I already have a Pionex trading account, and I'll show you how you can actually go ahead and set bots, and I'll give you 2 bots that I have already set, or we can set together. And if you wish to go ahead and use those bots for your own, using the bot links in the description, you'll actually get a chance to try them out. So let me log into my exchange account first and I'll see you in a second. The way that I got here is, by the way, you go to the top toolbar, you go under futures, you click futures bot, and then it takes you to the futures bot or futures trading platform where you can go ahead and switch between normal futures trading, which Pionex offers. You can do normal derivatives positions on their platform too, but you can also do the futures bots. And this is what I love. This is why I love Pionex, and I think this is their bread and butter. So I have a few positions on altcoins, which it appears as though they're in losses, but that's the point, because I'm doing the same long-term strategy with some of these altcoins, low leverage, 2x leverage maximum for altcoins. And what I'm doing is they're buying the dip, or they've already bought the dip, and currently they're waiting for altcoins to go to the upside, which they will start taking profits, and then those bots will be in profit. So these are very long-term strategies, and it's completely normal for those bots to go into losses because they have to go into losses to be able to buy the dip as price is trailing to the downside. Okay, but I don't have a bot on Bitcoin and I want to start a bot on Bitcoin. And I'm going to show you how to do it. And if you like this bot, there is going to be a link in the description and I'll show you. You can click it, and if you wish to, you can use the same parameters. We want to start a bot on Bitcoin. Very quick technical analysis. I know most of you watch my TA videos, but if you haven't been watching, then sadly, things look a little bit bearish for Bitcoin. I'm not quite happy with how Bitcoin is looking. And when we look at the price of Bitcoin from a cycle perspective, it's very possible that the cycle is beginning to see a topping out. So what I want to do is I want to create a futures grid bot. Now, I don't know for sure if this was the top or not. We could see another all-time high be printed in Bitcoin going into December because it's common for Bitcoin to do that. But I do feel overall, when I do my macro analysis, that we are approaching some sort of a top, and I do expect a drop. And in situations like this, it's amazing to use bots. It's great to use bots, and I'll show you why. You can set a price range. I'm going to say between, so we can say that, yeah, there's going to be maybe a new all-time high, but I don't expect it to be a very significant all-time high. I think for my analysis, it would be only a smaller all-time high, and maybe it takes us to 140K. Maybe it takes us to 145K. And I'm going to set my price range. The price range is going to be, at the highest bound, $145,000. And these parameters you can change later on. And my low price range is going to be this $60,000 area. Actually, I'm going to make this 140. So I have a price range of $60,000 to $140,000. And I know for the bears, this is not a nice bot. Don't worry, we'll do an altcoin next, and the altcoin that we're going to be doing next is going to be much more bullish and much more nicer. All right? So this is going to be your price range. Essentially, I'm saying that all the way up to $140,000, I want you to start selling Bitcoin, sell Bitcoin, sell Bitcoin, sell Bitcoin if we go to $140,000. And all the way to $60,000, if we see a correction to 60, I want you to take profit, take profit, take profit, take profit. So it DCs into a short position to the upside all the way to maximum 140, and then it starts taking profits all the way to the downside, maximum at $60,000. That is your price range. The wider the price range, the better the bot, historically speaking. Tight ranges are not as good. You want to be doing macro bots. That's what I've noticed when using the trading bots. Then you have quantity of grids. Quantity of grids is how many times you want to DC into a position up and how many times you want to DC into a position out in the case of a short position. Now, I like to use the recommended feature. I don't like it if it's below, look, this is a good range, okay? And usually the recommended range is a good range. This is looking at the fee that's deducted. The more sort of grids you do, the higher the amount of trading fees that will be incurred. Well, actually not exactly like that. It's a more of a complex feature, and I would definitely recommend going into this in your own time and taking a look at the fee reductions and exploring the fees on Pionex in comparison to your existing exchange. But I like to use the recommended. I've been happy by using the recommended so far, and I've no complaints from the fees at the moment from using the recommended feature. So I'm going to stick to recommended. 254 grids is the total amount of times maximum that this would enter into positions to the upside and then DC out of positions to the downside. And then finally, you have your investment amount. So you can see that Pionex is telling me that I have to invest a minimum of $2,000 all the way to $255,000 into this trading bot. So I'm going to do $2,500, and then you can also choose your leverage because this is a macro bot and it's a bit more of a vague range. I'm going to use 2x leverage. I don't want to use 3x. This is reducing my risk. And now the investment amount has changed. I can do $2,600 all the way to, is that 401 million? That appears to be the case. So now I'm going to put $3,000. Okay, that's fine with me. Auto reserve is cool. This I will dig into, and we can read the info card, and I'll just give you an explanation on top of it. Enabling this function allows you to allocate collateral from your investment amount. It increases the margin between the estimated liquidation price and the market price, reducing the risk of forced liquidation. After creating the bots, you can add or withdraw the extra margin as required. All right, there's going to be a visual representation in a second. So if I click to create now, you're going to see there's a reserved amount of investment. This reserved amount can be deployed into the bot when it is in risk of a liquidation. And for altcoins, it's better to have this, but for Bitcoin, I don't think it's always necessary because Bitcoin is sort of less riskier, in my personal opinion, comparative to altcoins. So if we were to click create, the reserve investment is 0.01, and what it's going to do is it's going to go into a position immediately with 37% of the capital, so it'll be in a short with 37%, and then it's going to remain in 62% USDT, waiting to do those orders that you can see to the upside, which are red, and then it's going to be taking profits on the green to the downside. So I can see my parameters, pair Bitcoin shorts, perfect. Slippage, that's fine. I'm happy with this. If you wanted to, you could set a take profit or stop loss to close this bot in either direction. I don't find that necessary, and I don't really do that. I like to take profit or close the bot manually. Okay, click create, and press OK, and then boom, created successfully. There you go. So you have your bot. You can stop the bot whenever you want to, and then you can press detail. Over the detail section, you can see the current position, the profits in USDT, how many transactions, your average entry price, estimated liquidation price, 190K, which is superb, right? And I like to use lower leverage for short positions specifically. When it comes to shorting Bitcoin, the upside risk tends to be more, and I wouldn't be doing this unless this is a bot. I usually wouldn't be derivative shorting Bitcoin. Break-even price is 104,820. Then you can see the place transactions that are to the downside and to the upside. Perfect. I love seeing those as well. Your transactions, history of transactions, average transactions today, how many orders have been created, and in parameters, you can actually edit the price range. You can change it. You can change the amount of grids. You can go ahead and add a take profit, stop loss, trigger price, trailing move. You can create a reverse bot, which would long Bitcoin. You can recreate the whole bot in itself. So you can do a lot of things, even after the bot itself is open, right? And that's great. I really like that. So that's the Bitcoin bot. And I'll do a Solana bot too. If you wanted to actually go ahead and copy this specific bot, I'm going to click a button on this bot where you can actually share in order for you guys to go ahead and click the link and start copying. So usually there is a 5% default fee for people that sign up with the link and then start copying the bot. There's a 5% profit reduction for the person that created the parameters. I'm going to reduce this to 1% because why not? Let's reduce this to 1%. You can also, I'm going to make sure that you guys can customize the parameters, but I'm going to limit it to the people that sign up to Pionex with the affiliate link in the description. So that is a must. We're going to click save. We're going to click copy, and I'm going to make sure that this link is right below the Pionex link in the description, and it's going to be labeled Bitcoin bot. Beautiful. We have a Bitcoin bot. One more bot that I'll go into before ending off today's video, and we'll have much more videos on Pionex in the future. We will go to Solana, because Solana is a coin that I personally think is going to, right, potentially come down a little bit more before going to the upside. I'll share some quick TA, and we go into daily technical analysis, by the way, on this channel every single day. We have daily TA content. So make sure you check out that playlist at the top right-hand corner and watch our daily TA videos. You have a beautiful, beautiful cup and handle pattern that is forming currently on Solana, right? That is the major concept. And if you look at things like BNB, which is also a layer 1, a Dino layer 1, you had a huge inverse head and shoulders, a macro pattern, a bullish one, just like the cup and handle, and you saw a break to the upside. We actually traded this and we made profits from this a few months back. When you go to Solana, you have a different macro pattern, and that macro pattern is the head and shoulders. Just like BNB, I'm very bullish on Solana. I think the Solana ecosystem has much more room to grow. You have the Solana ETFs. I think it is looking quite bullish for us in macro, and I personally think we can reach the $500 targets at some points, most probably after quantitative easing. I shared some TA a while back saying that we have a line here on the daily. If we break this, then likely we can come down to the lower band of this handle section of the cup and handle, and that is currently in the 105. I would say we come down to in the range of the 120 to the maybe the $95 level. So what I'm planning on doing is, this is very basic TA, right? This is very, very basic. This is not what I usually do. This is just to be quick in this video because we want to focus on the bots. You can do your own TA, you can do your bots as you like. This is just very quick and I have my parameters in my mind already. So we make sure to go to Solana. We press create futures grid bot, Solana USDT, beautiful. This is going to be long. This is going to be a long bot because in the short term here, unlike Bitcoin, I think we can see a drop. I think we can see a drop on Solana, and I think that we can see that drop all the way to potentially $95. However, the thing with Solana, the thing with bots are, you don't want to really put it exactly to the minimum or maximum place you think that an asset can go up or go down to. You want to create some space, all right? So we think that it can go down to 95. I'm going to put $80 just to create some space, okay? And then the highest price I think can be $500. I'm going to create some space and I'm going to put $550. All right. So this will be long. This will buy the dip. This will buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, and then it's going to sell, sell, sell all the way to the upside. I'm going to press recommended. It says 500 grids. This to me is okay. I don't mind, and it can visualize it for you too. So it would buy the dip and then sell all the way to the upside. Actual investments for altcoins, like I said, I like having the auto reserve feature. In case you have a big wick, it can go in and save you from liquidation. So that to me is going to be checked. My leverage is going to be reduced to 2x leverage because this is a wide range on an altcoin. I don't want to have too much leverage. Otherwise, that can give you liquidation. My minimum investment amount is 1.2. I will put in $1,500. And my liquidation is $6. Beautiful. Amazing. I don't think that's going to happen to Solana at any time soon. So theoretically, we could increase the leverage to 3x. And how much? I mean, it doesn't really change much. I'll keep it to 2. I just like to keep to 2 or 3x leverage maximum. So I'll put it to 2x leverage. Actual investment will be $822, and my extra margin will be $677. So that's the difference between the auto reserve and auto reserve on. So no auto reserve and auto reserve on. We'll do 1,500, 2x leverage. Beautiful. You could also do a trigger price for that to trigger, let's say, if the price was to go down to 163, then enter into this. But I'm not going to do that. I want to go into it right now. Click create. I look at my distribution. Solana immediately jumps into it by 44.8%. USDT is going to be 9%. Then auto reserve investment, it's a bit too much. I'm going to change it. I'm actually not going to do auto reserve. We're on 2x leverage. So even if we saw a big wick, it should be fine. Solana 67%. You know what? I'm happy with this. I want to go with this. I'm going to click OK. 80 to 550, 500 grids. That's fine. 2x leverage. Estimated liquidation price, yeah, $56. So the main thing that changes is your liquidation when you get rid of auto reserve. And now we can see it's at $56 from $6. I don't think we will go down to 56. So to me, this is okay. And I'm going to click all right. So there you go. Bing, you have your bot in place. We can go to the details and you can see that there is a current long position. It's going to buy the dip. You have all of these price parameters to the downside, all the way to the $85 mark. Yes, if we were to go to $85, this profit will look horrible. But again, this is a macro long-term approach, and this is the bot that I have. If you were to change, or if you wanted to change any of these parameters, you can just go to parameters, edit price range, change your price range, change your grid quantity, You can put a take profit, put a stop loss. You can recreate the bot entirely if you wish to do so. We can even go to futures bot. We can go to details. You can go more. You can adjust your margin. You can release profits, add investment, adjust leverage. Like, you can do all sorts of things. You can even add extra margin, which should be, if you wanted to add extra margin, you can do that also. So you can change everything. And just like the Bitcoin bot, I'm going to make sure to keep this at 1% only. Allow for you guys to change the parameters if you wish to use this bot or use the Solana bot. So you can go to the description and click this link to copy it. This bot will only be for invited users. Save, and I'll make sure to put this link in the description right below Bitcoin. How would this look like? Well, let me quickly show you that also. So if we were to go to a new browser, okay, on Safari, if I was to copy paste this, enter, there you go. So you can just click copy bot. And as soon as you click copy bot, it's going to prompt you to, yeah, so I think you need to sign up first. So you actually need to sign up first. Make sure you're signed up first. And then after you're signed up, then it will allow you to copy, because obviously without an account, you can't open positions. So make sure you have an account first. Make sure it is with the link in the description down below, because if it's not with the referral link, then you can't use the bots. And after you have an account, then you can click the bot link, and then you can start recreating it. Guys, with that said, that is the quick introduction to Pionex and trading bots. I hope you enjoyed this educational video. Thank you so much to Pionex for being a wonderful partner. And with that said, guys, I'll see you all on the next video very soon. Take care, and as always, bye-bye.